Nonsense, don't listen to him. What is your name and patronymic, Larian Ivanovich? Lariusik explained that he was called Larian Larianovich, but he found the company so congenial, which wasn't so much company as a friendly family, and he would like it very much if they simply called him Larian without his patronymic. Provided, of course, no one had any objections. Seems a decent fellow, the usually reserved Karas whispered to Chervinsky. Good, let's get down to the game, then. He's lying, of course. If you really want to know, I've read War and Peace. Now there's a book for you. Read it right through, and enjoyed it. Why? Because it wasn't written by any old scribbler but by an artillery officer. Have you drawn a 10? Right, you're my partner. Karas partner Chervinsky. Out you go, Nikolka. Only don't swear at me please, begged Lariusik in a nervous voice. What's the matter with you? We're not cannibals, you know we won't eat you. I can see that tax inspectors in Zhytomyr must be a terrible breed. They seem to have frightened the life out of you. We play a very strict game here. So you've no need to worry, said Chervinsky as he sat down. Two spades. Yes, now there was a writer for you, Lieutenant Count Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy of the artillery. Pity he left the army, pass, he'd have made general. Instead of retiring to his estate, where anyone might turn to novel writing out of boredom, nothing to do in those long winter evenings. Easy enough in the country. No ace. 3 diamonds, said Lariusik shyly. Pass, answered Karas. What's all this about being a bad player? You play very well. You deserve to be congratulated, not sworn at. Well then, if you call 3 diamonds, I'll say 4 spades. I wouldn't mind going to my estate myself at the moment. 4 diamonds, Nikolka prompted Lariusik, glancing at his cards. Four? Pass. Pass. In the flickering light of the candle, amid the cigarette smoke, Lariusik nervously bought more cards. Like spent cartridges flicking out of a rifle, Myshlayevsky dealt the players a card apiece. A low spade, he announced, adding encouragingly to Lariusik, well done. The cards flew out of Myshlavsky's hands as noiselessly as maple leaves. Chervinsky threw down neatly, Karas harder and more clumsily. Sighing, Lariusik put down his cards as gently as if each one was an identity card. "Aha," said Karas, "so that's your game, king on queen." Myshlavsky suddenly turned purple, flung his cards on the table and swiveling round to stare furiously at Lariusik, he roared. "Why the hell did you have to trump my queen? Eh, Larian? Good. Ha, ha, ha." Karas gloated. "Our trick, I believe." A terrible noise broke out over the green table and the candle flame stuttered. Waving his arms, Nikolka tried to calm the others down and rushed to shut the door and close the portiere. "I thought Fyodor Nikolaevich had a king," Lariusik murmured faintly. "How could you think that?" Myshlavsky tried not to shout, which gave his voice a hoarse rasp that made it sound even more terrifying. "When you bought it yourself and handed it to me?" "Eh? That's a hell of a way to play." Myshlavsky looked round at them all, "isn't it?" "He said he came here for peace and quiet, didn't he?" "Well, trumping your partner's trick is a funny way to look for a peaceful life, I must say." "This is a game of skill, damn it. You have to use your head, you know, this isn't like writing poetry."